The $30,000 millionaire. Let's break it down. I don't take any credit for this phrase. Back in the day when I worked for Honeywell as an engineer, one of my coworkers made the comment. It always kind of stuck with me, but it's become that much more apparent as years have gone by, as I've gotten older, especially with the explosion of, social media, Instagram, all that stuff, where people are, what they're always posting, what they're implying, what they're making it appear like is just. So I just want to bring up, they're obviously, what are they trying to make it appear? A lot of them are trying to make it appear as though they are rich and that things are going great. And I want to just kind of break down what is actually rich. How would you classify rich? And I want to give you a couple situations, and I think you'll probably be able to tell where I'm going with this. But just remember that, think about, and your goal should be, I want to actually become rich. Not Instagram rich, but practical, practicalness rich. So what do I mean? Well, let's say we have, Tom. And Tom has the nice car. Worst palm tree ever, but this is a palm tree. So he's going on vacations all over the place. He's got the fancy watch. And he's got all that stuff going on. And he's, maybe not necessarily posting it on Instagram or Facebook or, the social media, but just in life. He's walking around. Oh, did you hear Tom? He's going to Hawaii. Didn't he just get back from the Caribbean? Yeah, now he's going to Hawaii. Oh, you see what Tom's driving? Oh, wow, yeah, Tom's watch. And so it doesn't necessarily have to be like people are, throwing that on social media, but you could, maybe this is somebody that you just stumble across in real life. So what happens if I tell, so right now you're thinking, whew, Tom is doing well. Tom is, he must have things together. Yeah, but let's say, well, he's making payments on the watch. The car is a lease. So in other words, he's making a monthly payment, but he doesn't even have an asset. Well, Clay, cars are depreciating assets. Depreciating what? Assets, meaning at least you still have an asset. So when a time period is done, you can recoup some costs, not just have to give it away. And then, vacation, again, loan. He's making payments on all that. So in other words, debt, and basically debt because he's never gaining anything from there. And he is making a payment. So what do you think about Tom right now? Would you call Tom rich? Well, let's go over here. Now let's change colors. We have Sue. And Sue, she's just, she doesn't really have, she's very modest. You would look at Sue and basically you want to be like, oh, what's, but you also want to be like, wow. You just look at Sue and say, oh, okay, yeah, that's Sue. But let's say Sue has $10K cash in the bank. She's got a 401k or some other retirement that she's contributing to, and I don't know, let's just call it. Sue's kind of same age as Tom, so she's getting just good enough, but that's at $50,000 right now. And right there, owns a car. So who is rich? Who would you classify as actually being rich? My opinion, and what I teach, and kind of my philosophy, is Sue is so much richer than Tom. And I say opinion, but this isn't really an opinion because there's this mathematical formula out there. It's not complicated, so don't worry about it. But there is this concept called net worth, meaning literally, what are you worth? And the way that works is you take assets minus liabilities. Or in other words, what you own minus what you owe. So you look at Tom. Well, sure, these things may have value minus that, but when you owe stuff on them, when you owe a loan on them, there's no net worth there. And a lot of times, if you owe more than it's worth, then that's a negative net worth, meaning you're basically broke. Whereas Sue over here, You start to take what she has, assets, cash, 401k. She owns her car, so that's another asset. Let's just say her car is worth, $7,500. You start to add those things up and you subtract out what is owed on them. And sure, her appearance is like, oh yeah, there's Sue. Tom's appearance, Tom, he's doing well. Yeah, he's doing well at going to the bank. He's doing well at being a moron with money. So just realize that if you're scrolling through Instagram, if you're scrolling through Facebook, don't fall into the trap of appearances. And just because, like I said, the $30,000 millionaire, somebody that Tom probably makes $30,000 a year, but he's portraying himself as some sort of high net worth individual, which is not the case. So your goal, my goal, let's aim for Sue. Let's get cash in the bank. Let's be investing in retirement. Let's own a car. Who cares if your car's got rust on it or is several years old? That's much better than a car payment that's just totally draining money from your budget that you could be putting into other things. And you want to know who is sleeping better at night? The ultimate wealth? Just being able to sleep like a baby? Sue. Tom's probably, that vacation was fun, but now I'm back. Now I gotta pay for it. And okay, I got this watch. And talk about stress. When you are loaded down in debt and payments and have all sorts of payments flying at you that you need to pay, that's not a very stress-free environment. But in this situation, I'd say that's pretty stress-free. So what is rich? What's the definition of rich? Let's try to be Sue's. Thanks for watching the video. If you are interested in the top 10 links that I use on a daily basis to manage, to control, and to build my finances and to make them efficient as possible, then down below in the description, if you're watching this on YouTube, description, if you're watching this on moneywithclay.com, then just down below the video, you can click on the link and that'll take you to these links that I use on a daily basis that really allow me to work smarter and not harder.